Hey guys, welcome back to RMA Garage. I'm Mark and I'm glad you joined us today. The weather has been cold, it's been hot, and it's been cold, and now it's warm again. It just seems kind of weird to be doing a de-winterizing video on Memorial Day because you would think that the weather would have been nicer, but it was kind of cold for several days. So now it's not. Now we're ready to use the RV, and we're going to be using it in a couple of weeks. So I want to do a video on how to get the pink fluid out of the RV. So it's not real hard. It's pretty simple, but we are going to be trying a method of winterizing the RV that somebody commented below and said that you could do a certain thing that would make this process a whole lot easier. So we're going to try that. But we're going to try it with just water. Obviously, fluid's fluid. So once we get the pink stuff out and we get it all ready to go, I'm going to try something. And if it works, then I'm going to have to go back and redo my winterizing video because it's going to be so much easier. So, all right, guys, let's get to it. Okay, guys, we're here at the RV, and I wanted to just kind of go over some pre-steps here. So we've got our hose hooked up. I always prefer to use a 90-degree angle when I hook up a hose, and that is so that you don't put stress on this. This is plastic, and I don't like it if the hose is sticking straight out, it's kind of pulling down. So I always do a 90-degree. I also do a this is a regulator, so this keeps the PSI. This is rated at 40 to 50 PSI, if you can read that upside down. And then we got a little flex connector here, just to kind of give me a little bit of extra room. And then we got the hose hooked up. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is this was on tank fill winterize. So what we're going to be doing is putting this on city. Okay, what this is going to do is this is going to bypass the filling of the tank because we don't want to put any water in the tank yet. So we're going to be putting that on city. We opened up the shower unit just because we got to flush the pink stuff out of this as well. Okay guys, we're in the basement here. You got your 3 low point drains are closed. You can look in there. The valve to the tank is still closed. We don't want any water going into the tank. Nothing to do with the pump at this point. So all of this, which is how we left it, will remain the same. All right, guys, so just as a note, we have the hot water tank is in still bypass. So we will leave it in the bypass for the de-winterizing process. There's no reason in putting any liquid into the hot water tank at this point, so we leave that go for now. All right, guys, so we got the water on. The first thing we're gonna do is empty out the shower. Okay, we don't have the pump on. We basically are using the pressure from the hose to pump the water through the RV. So we haven't run anything through the pump yet. So what I'll do is I'll close this. We'll turn on the cold first. Okay, it was on. Okay, so I can see it was pink. Now it is clear. I don't know if that comes through. So we'll turn that off. Turn the hot on. Okay, so we'll turn that off, turn the hot on, and there's a little bit of the pink. Now it is water. Okay, so that's all you do out here. All right, guys, we're inside. Again, the hose is connected up. It is city fill, not tank fill. And what we're doing is we're gonna run the water in here until it runs clear. There, it was still kind of, I'm doing hot first. Okay. Oh, drain's plugged. There we go. Okay, just to make sure that's hot. And then cold, pink, and clear. All right, so that's flushed out. Okay, so now we go into the bathroom. All right, so we do hot first. And there's no reason, I'm not doing hot for a reason. Cold for a reason. So I'm not doing hot first for a reason. It's a little frothy, a little bit of air in the lines. I'm gonna do that until it runs. I think that's just basically going to be, that's water. It's just aerated. All right, there's cold. For whatever reason, this faucet has always been a lot of bubbles in the line. If you notice that the faucet in the kitchen, it ran nice and clear. For whatever reason, this faucet just makes this lots of bubbles in the water. And that's basically just water. It's just a lot of bubbles. Okay, so that's flushed. Now we do the toilet. Hold the pedal down. And water is, we got clear water. Perfect. And the last one is the shower. All right, so I usually do it like that. Just so I don't shoot myself. All right, that's running clear. Turn the cold off. Turn the hot on. All right, pink's coming out. Rinse this down. All right, so we got hot and cold in the shower. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is open up the valve to the tank. Okay, so we're gonna open this valve so it lets water flow into the tank. And then what I like to do next is I will change this to tank fill. Okay, and basically now what I'm doing is I'm putting some water into the tank. Okay, and basically what this is gonna do is it's gonna fill the tank up a little bit, and then I'm gonna clear the pump. Now the pump obviously has some pink fluid in it, but we're going to probably put, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 gallons of water in there. And then I will turn the pump on here, and then we're gonna pump all the pink stuff out of the shower head onto the ground here instead of doing it inside. Okay guys, we let this run for a few minutes and I got enough water in the tank to do the next process. So as you can see here, okay, so we got the pump. There's still fluid in the, I believe that's the little reservoir for the screen. That's like a little filter screen for sediment. Okay, so we're ready to run the pump. So we got the valve open for the tank, so water's flowing from the tank into the valve, through the valve into the pump. Okay, so what we're gonna do is hit the pump. Okay, so now there's pressure in the system. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run the water. There's the pink. That's what's coming out. You can hear the pump working. Running the pump, running the water through the pump. The pump is now cleared. So now we have every fixture inside and the pump is completely cleared. All right guys, one last thing. We have to take the bypass off of the hot water tank. So that is going to be open up the cold here, opening up the hot. Okay, and then this is the bypass. We're going to close that. So now we got water. It's going to run into the tank and come out of the tank. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Okay guys, so indefinitely leaving the valve to the tank open. We're going to put that panel back on, and we'll put that panel back on because we don't need to get to the pump anymore. Okay guys, so in the interest of full knowledge and full disclosure, I had a comment on my winterizing video saying that instead of using a pump method to pump the fluid into the system, or as I did, I used I took the pump inlet off and I had my own hose into the gallon. I had the gallon in the basement, and doing all of that, you can draw the winterizing fluid directly out of the bucket into this outlet just by turning on the pump. So that is what we're going to try right now. Now, I'm doing this with water, but essentially this is kind of, if the system basically right now is full of water. Now I don't know, usually I drain, I have low point drains, usually I drain everything first. But right now the RV is full of water, and that's usually, you know, kind of what I do. Sometimes, well, that'd be interesting. Do you drain? Will it still pump? Will it still pump water? Will it still draw water out if the pump is dry? I don't know if that's true or not, but we will see. Okay, so we have the hose. We have the tank is closed. Everything is kind of as if it was going to be winterized. The only thing we're left to do would be to draw the fluid out of the bucket into the RV. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the shower basically as the you know, instead of going into the RV, this will allow the water to come out. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to simulate antifreeze, and we're going to turn the pump on, and we're going to run. Okay, now watch the hose, see if it draws out. I guess I got to turn the water on somehow. Whoa, did you see the water? It completely drew the water out. Let's try that again. There it goes. I had no idea you could do that. Now this hose is very small, so I'm not getting a good amount of pressure. This is a very small hose. I'd probably get a larger hose. This is actually the hose that came with the pump. But son of a gun, you can pump the water or the antifreeze out of the bucket and into the RV just by using this. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do an amendment to my winterizing video. Huh. Go figure. It wasn't in the book. It wasn't in the book. All right, guys. Well, what did we learn? We learned how to de-winterize our RV, but we also learned how to winterize it with using the pump as a siphon and siphoning it out of the gallon jug. So I don't know how I'm gonna amend that last video. Maybe I'll tag it or do something, I'm not sure. But we learned something, and I'm going to do a shout out to the commenter in the comments below in the video. But thanks for the tip, appreciate it. We're all here to learn, and I appreciate you letting us know that, and I could share it with my viewers. So, all right guys, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and click on the bell so you won't miss our next episode. We still are going to do the bike rack. Got a couple other little videos to do. We're going to be taking a trip, maybe doing some videos on that. But just having fun. Hopefully this summer will be a whole lot better than last. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.